If you were curious about a skin product that could help lighten your skin and even out its natural tone from patchy discoloration or sun damage, then today we're going to make a cucumber aloe and clay sun-soothing mask. Now we have some special ingredients, so sit tight and you can watch as I put this together. There's a condition called melasma, which is where people have patchy discoloration on the surface of their skin, and in the past, one had to go to a dermatologist to try to get this under control. But you might not know, there are over-the-counter products that have ingredients that can help with this condition. And to be clear, right from the start, I am not a doctor. If you have a skin condition, you need to go to a dermatologist. But if you've seen a dermatologist and they've told you that you have melasma, or if you just know that you have some benign patchy discoloration from too much sun or age, then this recipe is going to be up your alley. In this video, we're going to make a clay face mask that features ingredients that promote the evening out of this patchy discoloration on your skin. And then I'm going to go over the effect of each ingredient that we're putting into it, and you can make your own version of this at home. Of course, if you would like my full recipe, you can print this out in the Thermal Mermaid recipe directory, log into your dashboard, and scroll down to Bath Goodies. Once you see it, click there and then scroll over to the Cucumber, Aloe, and Clay Sun-Soothing Mask. On this page, you'll get the full recipe, the members version of this video, and full step-by-step instructions ready to print out. So for those of you who are members, you can get this content right now. And if you're watching this from YouTube, then you'll still be able to go over everything that goes into this product, and then you can try your own combination at home. The ingredients that we're going to add into this clay mask are scientifically proven, and we're going to discuss two ways to make this mask. The rich, luxurious mud mask is ready to use as soon as you open it, and we'll discuss a powdered version that your user can add their own water to and then make the mud for themselves. Now this will give you the freedom to package a little bit differently, and you can omit the preservative in the dry version if you want to. Okay, right from the beginning, you should know that my preference is going to be the soft mud version, so let's get started making that. For this mask, we need white kaolin clay, aloe vera powder. The one right here is an aloe vera powder that I've hand-dried and ground down for myself using the skins and everything. Honey, turmeric, cucumber powder, licorice root extract, and aloe juice. Now because this is soft and wet, we have to put a preservative into it, and in this case today we're using Liquid Germall Plus. Now for those of you who are a bit more advanced, I'm going to go into preservatives in a bit more detail in the members video version of this, because clay-based face masks can be a real harbinger of mold, and there are some things to point out about protecting your product that you want to know if you're making this version. So the first thing I want to do is bring my aloe juice to a light simmer over the stove. And then we're going to add in the powdered herbs just to get these completely dissolved into the aloe juice. Now, once this is simmered for about 5 minutes and my powders are completely dissolved, I'm going to turn down the heat and let it cool down. So as this is cooling, let's talk about what we're putting in here. First, one of our cardinal ingredients is the aloe juice and of course the aloe powder. Aloe is known as the world's most common medicine, and you may already know it for its usage for small burns and soothing properties. Well, this is perfect if you've spent the day outside and you need to soothe the sting of the redness from the sun. Now most of you already know what aloe does, so we'll move on to the other herbs. Turmeric is in the ginger family, and this is a well-known anti-inflammatory, so it will soothe the surface of your skin and calm it from redness. And you do want to be careful not to add too much into your topical skin products because it also stains, and you'll turn your face yellow if you were just going to make a paste out of this alone, although some people do and then wash it off over time. Now this also has antibacterial properties, so turmeric can soothe acne spots by killing off any irritating germs on the surface of your skin that are bothering any of the breaks in the skin. Now turmeric is known to reduce discoloration, and this has been well studied, and you'll find it in Neutrogena serums like their product called Bright Boost. This is not only for sun damage but also patchy dark spots due to cellular melasma. So let's next talk about the cucumber powder. Studies have shown in the African Journal of Biotechnology that cucumber powder can reverse suntans and rejuvenate your skin to its natural tone by inhibiting tyrosinase, which is an enzyme responsible for the production of melanin. So this extract will help in evening out any patches that are overproducing melanin from your natural skin tone. Cucumber extract is full of antioxidants, and that is also nourishing, and it'll help protect your skin at the same time. Next, we have licorice root extract. Now, licorice root extract contains glabridin, which is also a tyrosinase inhibitor, like turmeric, and licorice root extract also contains lycochalcone. Now, that regulates the production of oil in your skin, and this makes the licorice root extract a safe choice for those of you who might be acne prone or have those types of skin types. Now, you will find licorice root extract as the active ingredient in all sorts of over-the-counter products and even in prescription products that advertise skin lightening and sun damage reversal. So this is no secret that it really does work. There are plenty of studies. By the way, some of the studies that I've mentioned I will add into the links below if you'd like to go research those for yourselves. But licorice root extract, and when you put these concoctions together, don't expect this to be a one-time application kind of a thing. This is something that gradually happens over time as you're lightening and controlling the cellular production. Now, once we have all of our powders dissolved and cooled, next I'm going to add in the liquid Germall Plus as my preservative. Now, this one is water soluble, so it will go into my aloe juice just fine. And as a beginner, you may ask, why did I choose this preservative over some of the other ones available? And the beginner's answer is because I've tested this and I know that the jar will last 3 months during the use and it'll be fully protected. Now, there are some small details and tips regarding clay masks, which I'll go into detail about in the members video, and some of the other choices if you have preferences for other types of preservatives. There are some things in the way by which we add this preservative that's helpful to know for more advanced product makers. So at this point, I'm going to add the honey. I'm going to blend this all down. And keep in mind, honey is also antimicrobial, and it's an amazing humectant. It's known for being a skin soother as well, but the reason that I like to add this ingredient is for its moisturizing properties. Honey on your skin is just as good as some of the commercial ingredients out there, and of course, this one here is all natural. Now finally, I'm going to fold the clay into this recipe gently, just to keep from making a mess, and mix this down until I have a soft mud. Then I'm going to fill this mud mask into these 8-ounce jars, which have already been sterilized with warm soap and water and then rubbing alcohol. And I'll just mention they've been left to dry, and that will prevent further moisture from contaminating potentially. Now this product is finished, and you can put this together very quickly. But let's take a look at how it looks and goes onto your skin. You can see here that it slides on beautifully, and I usually let this sit on my skin for about 20 minutes before I wash it away. You may expect typically a clay mask to start to dry and then crack as you wait, but this one doesn't really want to do that. And I know sometimes it feels like you're waiting for it to dry, and that's like how you know it's ready to wash off. But remember, honey, again, it's a humectant and it wants to hold the water. So if you want this to dry, you'll have to wait a really long time. I actually like this mask as one that you might put on in the shower. I just don't leave it in the shower so it doesn't get flooded with water. But first what you'll do is put it on and then get into the shower, and then by the time you're done, you know that you're ready to wash it away. Okay, so what is my alternative if I don't want this preservative in my product? Well, frankly, your preservative really is pretty safe. Even with the hype over parabens, parabens are not the boogeyman that everyone's made them out to be. And personally, I have more of an aversion to things that go onto my face that have a fragrance over a preservative, because you can develop a sensitivity over time to fragrances that can actually cause an actual problem. It's far more common. But there are people who just don't want anything to do with a preservative, and that's okay. So what you'll do in this case is add all the dry ingredients and then substitute honey powder for the honey. And then you can package these dry ingredients without a preservative for a substantially longer time than the mud mask if you keep it out of the moisture. Now you'll have to add instructions that'll say mix 2 parts hot water to 1 part clay mask and apply. And of course, if the user doesn't really dissolve that powder down the way we did by simmering that aloe juice, then they really won't get the same effect if the powdered granules just sit on the surface of their skin. So in order for the powdered version, for this to work, the user has to really know that they need to dissolve this down as much as they possibly can. So you can see why I prefer the mud version better. So this concludes the mud mask. This one was super easy today. I just want to add before we leave, this is not in any stretch of the imagination bleaching your skin. I know I've seen several comments along the YouTube channel of people asking me how they can bleach their skin. And frankly, I've never purchased a commercial product where I would try to do this, and I don't recommend that anyone should want to try to actually lighten the natural tone of their skin color. That's really it's an unnatural thing. It kind of goes against your body chemistry in general. It might not be safe. Again, I'm not a doctor, but it just feels very counterintuitive of what you're trying to promote when you want to be healthy and you want to just have your natural beauty sort of glow and shine. What we're doing with these particular herbs is evening out our natural skin tone, and sometimes we need a little bit of help with that, but we are not lightening our natural color, and we are not bleaching our skin at all. That's not something that you really should ever want to do. So I just want to make sure that that's very clear in the intention of this mud mask. So we have our finished product, and I want you to stay tuned for the next video where we're going to make a sugar scrub soap that your kids can make when they pester you to do some of your soap making activities. And sometimes those activities are just far beyond their age range. So this one will be pretty easy coming up next, and you can keep this project off to the side to pull out to keep them out of your actual chemicals. So I hope you enjoyed this video of Thermal Mermaid. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you are curious for more, come on over and visit us at thermalmermaid.com.